We now return to Let's Play City Skylines. We're basically just waiting on some industrial development around here. So I've got... Gotta keep fixing this. I've got a waste oil refining plant out here now, producing oil, which has allowed me to turn on this, which is still also requiring plastics, as is this. Okay, I actually managed to get some. I don't believe what we have out here is enough in production. Just this alone is probably not going to do it, so we'll have to expand this as we go here. And I guess while we've got the demand, we may as well, huh? Alright, that makes sense. So let's do... I guess the petrochemical plant? Naphtha cracker, that's the one I don't have. My god, that's big. But we'll put it out here. And we may as well also just do another... Actually, let's do the pyrolysis plant. Okay, big and ugly, and we are going to also need probably a lot more production. Possibly even more than that. Let's just fill in this with a little pump. The big pump definitely won't fit there now. That should consume a considerable amount of our... Let's also do... I guess we can recycle plastic, but where is the... There you go, filter industrial waste. Industry 4.0. New technologies alter the nature of the workforce. They are for well and highly educated. Their production output is increased. It reduces workplaces, which is kind of not what we're trying to do, but we'll do it. Industrial space planning also doubles production of goods, so there you go. More with less, and that's fine because now we can maybe utilize some office space for jobs, which I did not actually have out here. Maybe I was thinking of using these for offices. Then again, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, it would create less of a noise pollution issue here. Why don't we do that? Let's go ahead and rezone. We'll probably end up putting a bunch of trees here, filling in all the gaps. That should maybe give us a tiny little boost to some commercial as well. Speaking of, I'm going to have a rather large and empty area out here. I could extend a road here, allowing me to build along there. And yeah, let's do that. Go ahead. And we'll put in... That's not the right one. So if I pull it back here... Oh, that fits good. I'm trying not to be too invasive of this, but I'm not going to put... I'm not going to put things along this road. Although I could. That would kind of help traffic in these little areas here. And the bigger roads actually could use more traffic. These ones are directly on here, and they will probably develop onto whatever side. I think they probably prioritize the larger density roads. And you almost want to have a connection there. Almost. Okay, we are starting to see this permanently sitting here for industry. What else do we have for you? You're waiting on plastics as well, and you're on. Okay. So I guess we just need more plastic production. You know, it's going to take a minute for all of that to catch up and be brought over here, obviously. Don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. We do not have enough paper. So I guess another lumber company wouldn't go awry. We wanted to maybe develop into here, or as I said, up in here. Keep this sort of an industrial area. We're not producing enough oil, though. Now, what do you fit? You would fit right there. As would they use. Okay. Definitely put you there. And we'll keep a smaller one, why not? Okay. Other things I said I was going to do. Well, we could get the electric company up and running after all this time. You fox? Cougar. Kind of flatten this out a little bit. Yeah, why don't we do that? Let's grab you, and you're gonna have to go away. Oh, that is the wrong thing. I'll need maybe you. And shall we say, what about here? Then we'll do our customary flattening. Maybe we can do a little smooth there. And Punami. Researchers have identified the cause of recent Punami disasters and ill-willed alien interference. And aliens and a toga party. Okay. Students continue to go down. I suppose. Take a look at our education here. Elementary still is dropping off. All of it's dropping off. Really, university capacity. You gotta be kidding me. So how can I see 300 students can live there, 300 students can live there, but surely we've got enough in the city. Oh, well, so it's showing me that, but so how can I tell? Oh, there we go. 5,900. 5,900 capacity. And you're telling me these are eligible. So, of the eligible, this is only what's coming in here? Is that what we're saying? We do not have enough public libraries. That is probably true. We could probably fit one in over here, in fact. Wherever it is, right there. Public library. We'll fit you into... I may as well be putting them over here for now, seeing as how this is where all the people are living. Can I have you just maybe function with me there for a minute? Well, I guess we'll be taking that out. So we'll come back in here and we will fix this. Get off of it. And let's beautify just a bit, huh? grab.
Geologists predict that a sinkhole could strike at any minute. Residents should take precautionary measures.
I'm getting somewhat tired of that. You know, and especially, and I don't want to jinx this, but especially because they don't really seem to have any impact on my city. The game keeps putting them in places.
A sinkhole has occurred somewhere in the city. Stay out of harm's way and contact authorities with any information.
That don't affect us. This is annoying for sure, but even if I was to put my stone industry up here, my ore industry, I should say, it would still be out of range of where these things are popping up. So, I mean, like, what's the purpose of them? So let's look at more schooling. Elementary schools, we could put more down. We've got one here, but we need another one. And I guess I could put one over here, like a traditional elementary school. It's, you know, that's out of range of a lot of these places. But this will, in time, become another stop-off point. Oh, not like that, though. Not going down the hill. That is mildly better. Alright. And I'm sure I'll find use for this. There. Alright, still growing industrial demand. It's going to take a while to produce a lot of plastic, I feel. And as such, we probably need a lot more of the oil. Although, again, I just don't feel like the game is actually representing this properly. Look how many trucks are in use, but where are they all going? So this one actually, oh, see that's not even one of these. It's taking it to completely unrelated business. This one's exporting. This one's exporting. Patrol car out here. The owner. The manager of the maintenance building. Okay. Yeah, see, they're not, to the sneaker factory. Okay. So that one's actually taking it where it needs to be going. But, you know, I'm like, if this were actually working, they would be taking their stuff here, right to here, and then they'd be taking product. Yeah, I don't know. It's somewhat irritating. Right, as I said, we're gonna do some electrical stuff here. So let's take and make, oh my god, even a geothermal plant isn't all that like only 80? Yeah, but it's non-polluting. Of course, this has to be attached. Attached to a road. And I'm just thinking, if I wanted to do my solar array around it, you're not going to get much on top of this hill. So we might have to leave that for down here. So what could actually go up here? I mean, just more windmills, I suppose, along the outside of it. Well, that'll have to do. So let's grab, say, well, I mean, really, you just need a dirt road up here. Bring it to right about there. Would it be curved? Why not? Let's make some effort here. There. Just extend that down. Now, we want to fit one of you in here. Of course it's not. Of course it's not big enough. So, centralizing this a little bit more again. Let's now take this out to, say, 8. That looks too big. Let's take it to 7. You gotta be kidding me. Really, it's my own fault. I should have just measured it to begin with. I could have done so. Okay, is that going to be enough? This is the wrong thing. Yes, finally. I'm betting I'm gonna have to come down on this one. Like right here. Now, we have plenty of electricity. There is really no reason to be doing this. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to take that, I'm going to pause for a minute because we need to connect this to the wider world. In fact, this is a little bit preemptive here. Just for now, because I want to develop this area. I'm just going to do that so we have a connection here. And then, we're going to come in and start deleting some of this stuff. And watch what happens to production. Okay. It's not bad, and it can be supplemented anyway. Oh, of course you do. Of course you will. Alright. For just a moment, we're just gonna do that, and we will naturally fix it later. Right. Let's put in more of the wind. We can definitely, there is a dead spot right there. And just like that. And one more for symmetry. And that should be more than enough. Well, maybe not. Surprisingly, those don't produce nearly as much as one would hope. But we always have these, and I really actually like the advanced wind turbines because you can just plunk those right in the middle of a river and just utilize a bunch of space that is otherwise completely wasted. Although this is very flood prone, as we see. Okay, still not really taken into this. What are you missing here? Not enough buyers. Are you kidding? So now we're overproducing oil. Let's make another plastics factory real quick. Petrochemical plant? Is that small enough? Not really. If I put it on the outside, the only other plastics maker is another naphtha cracker, which is enormous. So we could, and this is the small tanker, which I could get rid of, I guess. Alternatively, we can just extend this out. And then that would allow me to fit one more thing in there. Because what else is going to fit in here? Nothing. Nothing's going to fit in here. Maintenance building won't fit there. Like, literally nothing fits here. So, pause for a moment. We come and revise the boundaries of our little plant. So, this is going to be roughly... Okay, so we could actually make it if we just change the angle of this a bit. And like if we just straightened you out to, well, really just straightened you out. I mean, that's actually enough. I would prefer a little bit nicer and more natural, and maybe before I completely commit to this, I should put one down. Now it fits. I did not necessarily have to get rid of that fence. Why are you like this? Fine, whatever. Okay, and hopefully that is all the further we will have to expand that, although I could very easily do it here. Again, I think this is only extractive. Realistically speaking, I probably could have just made this whole area like that instead. But we won't worry too much about it. Instead, what we're gonna... Oh! Speaking of flooding. Okay, you know what? You're alright for now. Gotta check, make sure nothing burned down while I wasn't looking. Looks like airport is having a slow day. I'm okay with that. Check on all the usuals. Let's actually get around to doing some of this stuff now, because I would really like that. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a crossing here. That's going to help just a bit. And yeah, I mean, a light is probably enough there. Does this one have a light? It does. This is plenty to get a light too. And then we will have a two-laner. This could actually just be an industrial road, seeing as how it is going to be such. Let's come out here. Maybe bend you a little to my will this way. And that is too much. That is far too much. I need something that's a little bit more in the middle of this. So we'll have to go the other way then. Actually, we need you to go straight just a bit and then turn. Say to there. And maybe to there. And how about that? Well, I mean, the curve is nice. That's not so much. Once again, I probably should have leveled a little bit of the land. But whatever, we'll just go with it. So, back to Industrial Road. And we'll just kind of begin filling in. We could go back a little bit there. Bit of terracing here. You know what, though? Do something like that, and then like that, and then maybe... I mean, that doesn't look terrible. It'll work. And we probably don't want anything there. Although, I don't know, I kind of want this to come up into the bowl. But again, we don't want to go up this hill too much. Because we're realistically looking at, like, probably about here before we really start screwing with it. Well, that wouldn't be too bad, necessarily. Okay, let me rethink this as we go this way with it. And this just goes straight in. Go straight across. This can pull one of these, which does kind of an unnecessary thing here. We'd only want to develop maybe on this side, unless I wanted to do strange stair-stepping down this way, which we could do. Let's get some water out here, because of course we're going to need to do so. Excellent. Let's go ahead and put some out here. And I guess if I really wanted to, I could do like I did here. Space things out a little bit so it doesn't look like such an industrial hellhole. Yeah, sure. Let's try and keep with the asymmetry just a bit here. Alright, we'll see what that does. Demand is suddenly increasing. It's very interesting. Okay, this does not need to be a thing. I am accepting of that. That gives us a much needed connection here. Problem is going to be these people. These people will want jobs, and the only real way to get over here... Well, that's okay. No. They can utilize this, cross the bridge, and then thanks to this intersection, now they can get into here. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, that was my head. I mean, I guess we could do some fishing. Okay, we are overproducing. So you are overproducing by nothing. I mean, we're seeing nothing here. That's surprising to me, seeing how it is literally starved for the oil here, which proves the point that I've made earlier, that the industry does not actually work correctly. You just produce your own shit, and it exports, and then you apparently import... or something. I do not know. I mean, importing products from Rockdale. There you go. Proof right there. We are overproducing our own oil for no effect because we do not supply our own. Stupid. Very stupid. Okay, we need a police department out here. We're going to go ahead and just stick one out here. You know, we could do the prison out here, but what does that even do? Prisoner van capacity. Does that just, like, do they just go? Now, if I were to put the prison out here, and it's a really terrible place, but if I was to put the prison out here, and I'd probably actually put it right by the oil, I gotta find a place for that. I mean, maybe a little road right here. A little side road here could do the trick, and then we could just put the prison right there. And then maybe that would... See, now you're not producing. We've got tons of plastic. We have tons of plastic need in the town. Petroleum is needed. This game sucks sometimes. This game is really bad. It's such a tacked together Frankenstein monstrosity. Let's would you just there you go. Well, I don't know, we're gonna need some kind of thing out here, so may as well, huh? Can we get down lower so that we're actually in the flat zone? This looks pretty flat to me. I don't think we're going to have any problems if we build down here. So maybe if we go kind of like this, followed by this. Yeah, I mean, it works, I guess. And I don't necessarily want it to connect into this, but that might end up being an intersection if we connect with that. I don't like my intersections right at the foot of a bridge, but anywhere else, and we're going to have elevation shifts. There you go. Okay, so we got a little frontage road here. We do not need to be having a stop there. And the frontage road will now go to the prison. How about on this side? Okay, that's still awful. Police vans. Going in the opposite direction of where you need to be going. There's no water. Okay, well, they have now found a shortcut. I'm accepting of. Nothing developed out here yet. And even if they do, we're going to want usual stuff on here. I mean, we could actually just keep... at the very least, we should be doing these things to increase production. And I suppose that's a policy. If we're overproducing here, I can just turn that off. And then we could put another one back in. So what's the breakdown on this? Okay, so we could get rid of actually this 4.0 policy thing. Because 4.0 does what, 50%? I'm in the wrong thing. Well and high educated, increase production output by 50%, reduces workplaces. So yeah, I guess seeing where we're at now, we can pull some of that back. Because I mean, if we were looking at this, you're not getting the well-educated and the high-educated anyway. At least not in this building, the one that I was looking at. So we can reduce that, reduce production output. Even though we're still suffering from lack of actual production, I don't know how to fix this fucking game. I swear to God. Okay, well, we're getting to a point where I am just kind of tempted to just throw everything in. Since we have such high demand still for industry, I'm going to... Oh good, the offices did fill in. I'm going to go ahead and... recommend we just move forward with the wharf, and we're probably not going to end up connecting all of that. What the garbage? You literally have a garbage facility right here. This game. I could move you next to the prison in this area. And perhaps then you would stay closer to where you actually need to be, seeing as how, I mean, it's large. Okay, yes. Before we move on here, I'm going to put a garbage facility right here. It is going to be close to the water or pollution. That is not ideal. That is not ideal either. Pause for a moment so you don't fill up inadvertently. How about here? You're gonna just be a pain no matter where I put you, aren't you? God damn it. Well, I've got a semi-flat area I could just put up here, but I have all this area out here. I may as well be using it for something. Fine, whatever. We'll put you here, by the prison. I'll do something with the land. If I can. I'm skeptical of that, but... well, it raises up a little bit. Looks less terrible. And then we will empty you. And hopefully that will start dealing with that a little bit better. And possibly coming over here to deal with this industry. Eventually we're going to need one dedicated to here. Oh, we have one. Never mind, what am I talking about? Perfect! This one will service this area. We'll likely have many more, but anyway, that is enough for now. I will see you next time.